Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Doniphan High School basketball on Current River Broadcasting. This is Keith Bowman, and I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Hope everybody had a very, very Merry Christmas and enjoyed their new year as well. And it is time to get the, kind of call it the second half of the season underway, which there will be more games now than there were before Christmas, but that's kind of the way we put it when we talk about it, second half of the season. And the Donettes tonight will be playing the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. Of course, we'll have the junior varsity game for you coming up first, and we'll have that in about starters in just a little over 2 minutes for you. We want to talk a little bit about the Varsity Donettes coming off that big win at Twin Rivers to take the Twin Rivers Lady Royals Christmas Classic again this year. And, boy, they had some nail-biters down there the last couple of games against Neelyville and East Carter, but they were able to come out on top, and they won it again this year, and I believe that's 2 years in a row they've won that now. And with everybody they've got coming back, hopefully they will be able to compete for that again next year. Donettes Varsity comes in at 10-0, and they are in the rankings last week, the new rankings that came out last week. I didn't see them today. I don't know if they did it or not. State rankings, they are currently ranked 7th in the state in Class 4. Now, Poplar Bluff come over to Doniphan tonight, and boy, I tell you what, we had some really hard rain on the way over here, and supposed to have some storms and stuff tonight, but hopefully everything will kick off as planned here. Won't have any electricity problems or anything like that, or any flooding problems either as well. So the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules come over here tonight, and their junior varsity, their head coach is John David Patillo, but I believe his assistant coach, Joan Lack, will coach their JV. And they got maroon uniforms on, and I believe they're totally uniform with a little bit of black and gray and white trim, and they have white numbers. We'll give you their starters as they come out. The first one will be number 1, Paige Epps, and I don't know if she's related to Coach Epps from Doniphan or not, but I would say probably so. The next one is Ireland Gowan, number 10. And number 15, Skyla Edelman. Number 23, Addie Valenzuela. And number 34, Drew Spradley. Now for the Donettes, coached by Adam Epps and Rodney Honeycutt. Starting for the junior varsity will be number 3, Haley Epps, a freshman. Number 4, Macy Manus, a sophomore. Tara Davis, number 14, a freshman. Number 22, Ava Monahan, a freshman. And number 23, Sarah Owen, a sophomore. Sarah will see probably a couple of quarters in this game where she'll be available for 4 on the varsity, because she usually starts on the varsity as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We've got a pretty good crowd here for all the rain that's going on outside. And if you're sitting home watching, you decided not to get out, we will try our best to bring you the play-by-play as best we can here as the Donettes are playing the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. It will be Gowan jumping against Sarah Owen to get this junior varsity game underway. 7 minutes on the clock, and here we go. And the ball is controlled by the Donettes. It'll be Tara Davis with the ball out front. Poplar Bluff starts out in the man-to-man. Over to Sarah Owen, right wing. Back to Davis. Throws it down low. Macy Manus goes high to catch it, and she's gonna be tied up. And that will get it right over to Poplar Bluff as Donettes got the opening tip. She brought that ball down. She caught it down there on the block, and you can't bring that ball down. You got to keep it up. Gowan will bring it up. She's guarded by Sarah Owen. She's the biggest girl they got on the floor, but they use her to bring the ball up. Edelman in the corner. Donettes, of course, playing man-to-man. Now Valenzuela with it. Back to Edelman. Now in the lane. Goes to Gowan. Goes to the baseline. Fall-away jumper. Nice shot. You got a bit of a good bounce there. Ireland Gowan. And that gives Poplar Bluff a 2-0 lead. Back the other way quickly. Tara Davis backs it out to the volleyball line. Right wing to Haley Epps. She hits Sarah Owen wide open, cutting through the lane, and she lays it in. Can't get any more open than that coming off the screen. It's one of the Donettes' favorite plays to run. Inbounds pass to Edelman, and she'll give it back to Gowns. I said she's guarded by Sarah Owen. She's the biggest player on the floor, but she gets the ball into the front court, hands it to Valenzuela. In the paint to Epps. Epps dribbles it a couple times. Now she's tied up on the block. Throws it back out on the wing to Spradley. Spradley's going to dribble the baseline. Her shot no good. Epps with the rebound. Ball knocked away from behind, picked up underneath by Gowan. And she scores it, and she's going to be fouled as well. A little bit of a bad break there for the Donettes. And she'll have a chance for a three-point play, and that foul is going to be on Macy Manis. That ball, Donettes knocked the ball away, but they couldn't pick it up. Gowan got it. Chance for a three-point play. And her free throw's no good. She just only got one shot. And Owen's going to throw it up the floor to Epps. Epps catches, and coming up from behind to knock it away is Skylar Edelman. Everybody froze on that free throw, thinking that she was shooting two, but they counted the basket, so she only got one. So the ball will stay with the Donettes with 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Epps is wide open, doesn't take it, gives it in the corner. Now down low, trying to get it to Owen. Knocked out of bounds by Gowan. And the Donettes will inbound underneath the right side of their basket again. Davis set to throw it in. Gets it to Owen. Back out in the corner. Davis fakes the three. Now dribbles into the paint. Puts it up with the left hand off the glass and good. Nice move by Tara Davis. She used that left hand effectively there. And now Haley Epps takes the ball away from Edelman. Owen takes it in. She puts it up no good, and she's going to be fouled. Gowan picks up the foul. And it'll be two shots for Sarah Owen, trying to put the Donettes up on top. Her free throw rims out. 5:05 to go first quarter. It's 4-4. Donettes here in action against the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules tonight. Second one's good. That'll give the Donettes a chance to set up their press. They get the ball into Edelman, and she lost a handle on it, but she got it back. Gets it to Gowan. Gowan dribbles to the right side. Gives it out to Spradley. Now back to Edelman, head of the key. And the ball knocked away and stolen. Ava Monahan's going to take it down, lays it up and in. And it's 7-4 Donettes. And the Donettes get their press set up. Inbound it to Edelman. Haley Epps all over it. Back to Gowan. Now Gowan will bring it up against Sarah Owen. And she, I thought she carried it, but the referee said he kept her hand on top of the ball. Now the ball's loose on the floor. She tried to hand it off. And we have another tie ball, and this will go to the Donettes this time. As we have number 44, Angel Johnson, and number 30, Jaden Brandon coming in for Poplar Bluff. And we got a timeout. We'll keep it here. They've already got the clock started on this 30-second timeout. It's 7-4 Donettes here in the first quarter of the junior varsity game. And I also haven't seen Coach Cagle around here, but boy, did the Dons show up and show out a little bit over Christmas break, and actually before Christmas break. And they won that Clarkton Christmas tournament, won first place in it. They were seeded third at Bloomfield, got all the way to the championship game, and played number 1 Dexter. And they couldn't quite get over the hump. They missed a few free throws in that game, probably could have won it for them. But they ended up losing the game by 2 points. And to me, even though they lost, they made a really good showing against Dexter. And if the Dons keep playing the way they're playing, they're going to get a pretty high seed in the district. And Dexter most likely will be the number 1 seed. So they may have to face Dexter again, and I think that will make Dexter know that they are going to have to play if they have to play the Dons again. So congratulations to Coach Cagle and the Dons for that first and second place finish in the Christmas tournament. Sarah Owen takes it in. She's going to be fouled again, and she'll shoot 2 more free throws. Sarah has 3 points. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Her first one is good. That makes it 8-4 Donettes with 4:09 left in the first quarter. Next one on the way, and it's good. And the ball stolen by Monahan, almost knocked away, but it goes to Sarah Owen. She's going to spin into the paint and go up again and score again. Sarah Owen off to a great start here in this first quarter, and that puts the Donettes up 11-4. Now handling the ball is Angel Johnson. It's knocked away from her, and Monahan's going to get a layup. So the Donettes press is paying some dividends here in the first quarter after getting down early. Now Gowan's going to bring it up. She'll get it across the half line. She carried the ball that time. They're going to call it double dribble, but so another turnover on Poplar Bluff against the Donettes press. Donettes will inbound in the backcourt. Haley Epps over to Davis. She gets to the volleyball line, stop, dribbles to the right wing. Dribbles down, reverses it, gets a screen from Owen. Still has her dribble alive. Now into the paint, she's going to put it up and it's stripped on the way up. Poplar Bluff comes out with it. Here comes Valenzuela up the right side. Donettes do a good job of getting back. Now she's double teamed, passes in the corner to Johnson. And we're going to have a foul on, it's going to be on Paige Epps of Poplar Bluff. Well, the Donettes will get the ball. Poplar Bluff going to play a little full court man-to-man, but they kind of back it up as Haley Epps gets it into the front court. Passes in the right corner. Macy Manus takes it to the free throw line. Back to Epps. Now they'll bring it back out to Tara Davis, and they'll reset the offense. Davis into the lane, hands it off. Beautiful pass under to Sarah Owen, and she scores. That's 9 first quarter points for Sarah Owen, and it's 15-4 Donettes. Now Poplar Bluff breaks the press. They got a 2-on-1, but they throw it away. And that was number 30, Jaden Brandon, and she'd have dribbled a couple more times. She'd have made the defensive man commit, but she throwed it too quick, and another turnover as we have Freedom Bates, number 24, checking in for the Donettes. Also Lily Knight, number 12. And I believe that's it for now. Now Poplar Bluff's going to send number 55 into the game. That's Julissa Johnson. Number 52 is Janice Matlock. Also up there is Valenzuela and Angel Johnson. And Brandon. And Davis gets right around her. Man goes down, lays it up, man, no good. And another foul on Poplar Bluff, and the Donettes going to go back to the free throw line again. And Davis just went right around Janice Matlock and run off and left her. One of the other ladies from the Bluff, number 30. Brandon. Janice Brandon picks up the foul. Jaden Brandon, excuse me. Yeah, got a little moisture on the floor from where the girl fell there. But it'll be Tara Davis shooting the free throws. Two minutes, 32 seconds left in the first quarter. 15-4 Donettes as Davis's first one is up and it's good. Davis has got 3 points. Ava Monahan has 4. Sarah Owen 9 so far. Next one, a high-arcing shot off the back of the rim. Bounces on the rim again. And the ball's going to be rebounded by Davis herself as she went in the corner and picked that up. And we're going to have a illegal screen called on Ava Monahan. That is her first personal, second team foul on the Donettes. And Brandon will throw it in bounds for Poplar Bluff. Gets it in. Nope, it's stolen. Monahan's got a man wide open, Freedom Bates, and she lays it up and in. And the Donettes press is tearing Poplar Bluff up right now. They've got 18 points already, and we still got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. And now another turnover. And that was Lily Knight who got a hand on that one and knocked it off of Poplar Bluff. Poplar Bluff thinks it's their ball, but oh goodness, we got 5 new ones coming in from Poplar Bluff, but we got a timeout first. It's a 30-second, so we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street.
18-4 is our score. The Donettes lead it over Poplar Bluff in the junior varsity game with 2:10 left in the first quarter. Poplar Bluff brought 5 new players in. They bring Paige Epps back in. And let's see, number 11 is Samaya Anders. Number 34, that's Drew Spradley. She's one of the starters. And Ireland Gowan comes back in. We'll get the other one in just a second. Inbounds to Owen. She's going to put it on the floor, put it up left hand, partially blocked. And the rebound comes down to Ashlyn McIntyre, number 40. Anders gives the ball to McIntyre. Ava Monahan knocks it out of her hand. Going to try to beat her down the floor. No good, but she's fouled. That foul on McIntyre, and the free throw by Monahan, no good. And the Donettes are bringing in Marley Kennan, number 10. Let's see who else here. I believe that's it. Second free throw missed. They got a man wide open up the floor, but they don't see him in time, but they throw it anyway. They do get it to her, and that's Spradley. Double teamed, drives the baseline. Nice move, but she missed the shot. Gowan's going to get the rebound. She's double teamed, tries to step through, and she's going to be tied up. And the arrow will favor the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules with 1:34 left in the first quarter. Now Macy Manus coming back in the game for Ava Monahan. Spradley throws it in, gets it into Anders. Anders goes behind the back. Now to McIntyre. She bounces to Gowan, and we got a 3-second call called on Epps. And if they called it, she was probably in there for 8 or 10 seconds because they normally don't call that. They usually tell them to get out, and then if they don't get out, then they may call it. But Bates gives it over to Haley Epps. Down low, and Knight can't handle the pass. Here comes Anders. She got a 2-on-1. Going to dribble down. She might have got away with a walk, but she missed a shot. And a rebound by Lily Knight. Gives it to Epps. Epps drops it off down low. Shot put up and good by Freedom Bates. Bates has come in and scored 4. And bounce pass to McIntyre. And she traveled with it. Macy Manus was all over her, and she picked up her dribble and just kind of turned and flung it. And before she did, she took an extra step. And Valenzuela comes back in, replacing McIntyre. Donettes ball, they get it underneath to Bates, and her shot is blocked, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Donettes with 49.7 seconds left. Inbounds pass, comes to Knight, hands it back to Epps. Out front to Manus, dribbles down the left side of the lane, gets open, puts it up a little bit short, and the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Freedom Bates. So it'll go over to the Lady Mules. Donettes up 20-4. Gowan gets it into Anders. Anders picks it up, gives it back to Gowan. Gowan heads down the lane. A nice move, goes around the man, but missed the shot. And Haley Epps gets the rebound. Comes up the floor with 25 seconds to go. Spins into the paint. Ball knocked away from her, gives it to Kennan, head of the key. She dribbles down, tries to throw it underneath. And that was intended for Lily Knight, but pass was too high and it goes out of bounds. Gowan throws it up the floor. Spradley gets it, And she's getting the screen from Epps. She takes it down, and the shot no good. But Freedom Bates catches up with her, trying to contest the shot and commits a foul with 11.7 seconds to go. And this will be Poplar Bluff's second and third free throws. They missed the first one. This will be Drew Spradley's first attempt. And it's off the left side, no good. Sarah Owen, Tara Davis, and Ava Monahan come back in for the Donettes. Haley Epps and Macy Manus stay on the floor. Got 11.7 seconds to go here. I'm sure Coach Epps is probably got a play he wants to run here. That free throw's no good as well. Davis with the rebound, and she throws it away. A little bit too big a hurry. She could have dribbled it all the way down to the baseline. And bounce pass to Anders with 5 seconds. She double team, back to Gowan, up to Valenzuela, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And the Donettes lead it 20-4 over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules, the junior varsity. We'll be back in 1 minute with second quarter action. You're watching the Donettes on Current River Broadcasting. At the end of the first quarter, the Donettes lead Poplar Bluff 20-4. And we'll get the starters. The Donettes going to send their starters back out. Monahan, Manus, Davis, Epps, and Owen. And for Poplar Bluff, it'll be Paige Epps, Anders, Valenzuela, Julissa Johnson, and McIntyre. Nice drive there by Ava Monahan. Folks, I apologize, but I've been doing McKenna's game for 4 years. Sometimes I forget that her little sister's the one out there playing. But Ava Monahan got the bucket. Now Davis knocks the ball out of bounds. That's a 6-point for Ava Monahan. And bounce pass comes to Anders in the back court. Guarded by Davis. Now she's going to dribble baseline. Go in, put the shot up, and it's partially blocked. And a jump ball. And it will be Poplar Bluff's ball this possession. It'll be Skyla Edelman. I think I said McIntyre. Edelman to throw it in. Gets it into Anders. Now to Johnson. Monahan knocks it away, but Johnson's able to retrieve the ball. Throws it in the lane. Too far out in front of Edelman. Haley Epps with the ball. Throws it down on the wing. Monahan, now the ball's knocked away from her, and it's loose in the corner. And it's picked up by Valenzuela. And they're going to say one of the Donettes touched the ball, even though Valenzuela had it. And it touched the end line, so it'll be Poplar Bluff's ball. Poplar Bluff having a hard time getting it in, and they don't get it in. 5-second call. So in this first half, the Donettes have turned Poplar Bluff over, I don't know how many times, but numerous times in this first half, and we've only played 9 minutes of it. A little over 6 minutes to go in the first half. It's 22-4. And Monahan trying to pass the ball before she caught it, and she turns it over. Now Angel Johnson comes back in, along with Jaden Brandon. Anders and Edelman check out. Ball comes into Angel Johnson. Dribbles with the left hand. And they're going to call a foul on Tara Davis. That is 14 fouls on the Donettes. That's Davis's first personal. And the Donettes are going to get another 5-second call. Boy, they just barely got it in. They get it into Johnson. And Ava Monahan comes over to double team and bats it out of bounds. Well, they'll inbound it again. And they throw it in. Oh, my goodness. Monahan got out of step on that shot. I didn't explain that very well, but Valenzuela fell down, and they throwed the ball inbounds to her while she was laying on the floor, but Monahan was able to steal it. Now Monahan's going to get the little floater up and good. 24-4. Johnson throws it, and it's intercepted. That's by Davis. Davis out to Monahan, three-pointer, no good. And Macy Manus is going to run it down in the corner, and then she's going to be tied up. And it'll stay with the Donettes. Ireland Gowan back in for Poplar Bluff, replacing Epps. And Macy Manus checks out, and Lily Knight comes in for the Donettes. Epps. And Poplar Bluff had 6 players on the floor. They didn't call a technical on them, but well, I said Epps come out of the game, but she stayed out there. She was coming towards the bench. Haley Epps is open for 3. It's up and no good. Sarah Owen with the offensive board, and she lays it in. That's 11 points for Sarah Owen. 5 minutes left, first half. 26-4. Donettes on top. Johnson dribbles to the baseline, lowers her shoulder, shot up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds as Ava Monahan takes a head-first dive almost into the wall down there, trying to save it. Good hustle by her. But she can't get it before it goes out of bounds. Johnson throws it in, and it's stolen away by Haley Epps. She's got Monahan on the left, and she double dribbles with it. She kept her head up, but when she looked up to see where her teammates were, she kind of lost control of the ball. And she'll check out Macy Manus out. Freedom Bates back in for the Donettes, and she'll replace Sarah Owen. Poplar Bluff is not setting any screens, and Ava Monahan steals the pass, and then she gets fouled by Valenzuela. I mean, they're not setting any screens. That is one of my pet peeves about basketball, is not setting screens. The Bloomfield Christmas tournament from my home all week last week, and they just leave their guys down there to try to get open on their own. And a lot of times the passes get stolen. A lot of times they don't get it in on the 5 seconds. Well, the Donettes were first 4 out of their first 5. Now they've missed 4 in a row, but that one goes down. So they're 5 out of 10, and that's 9 points for Ava Monahan. And another steal, this time by Davis. She takes it in, puts it up the left hand, no good, gets her own rebound, loses it, tries to get it off to Bates, and it's going to be stolen by Valenzuela. Valenzuela still in the back court. Gets it to Gowan. Gets it across the half line. Hands it to Valenzuela. Got 4:15 to go, first half. Valenzuela just asking for that ball to be stolen. And again, that was Ava Monahan, knocked it away. Valenzuela touched it last. And the Donettes get him back on another turnover. Lily Knight, right wing. Back out to Davis. Davis dribbles to the elbow, gives it to Manus. Manus hands it off to Monahan, goes down into the paint, and her little floater hits the front of the rim, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Mules. Epps is coming back in, Edelman back in, Anders back in, and number 3, not McKenzie, it's Kenzie Clark, comes in for Poplar Bluff. And staying on the floor will be Gowan. The ball was out of bounds. Last touch by Poplar Bluff. See, there they go again. No screen. Well, they set some down low, but they didn't set anywhere else, and they couldn't get it down low. And Monahan makes a bad pass, but luckily it is touched by Poplar Bluff. Monahan gets around her man, hands it off to Haley Epps. Epps into the paint. Kicks it out on the wing to Macy Manus and throws it over her head out of bounds. Her dad, who is Coach Adam Epps, asked her how come she didn't shoot that basketball. She was right out in front of the basket, wide open. And a pass inbounds, and they're going to have another 5-second call. Donettes will have the ball over on the left sideline. Free throw line extended, maybe up a little bit higher. 27-4, Donettes on top with 3:35 left. Epps is open in the corner. High-arcing three off the back of the rim, no good. Anders collects the rebound for Poplar Bluff and heads up the right side of the floor. Going to take it down, stop, and she jumped up, didn't shoot the ball, and comes back down, and that's a travel. I couldn't even guess how many turnovers Poplar Bluff's got in this first half, but it's a bunch. And Monahan penetrates and tries to get it over to Bates, and it's knocked out of bounds. And Sarah Owens coming back in. And she's replacing Lily Knight. Epps will inbound for the Donettes. Gets it to Owen. Kicks it out, Manus. Manus dribbles to the free throw line, hands it back to Monahan, and she'll reset the offense. Dribbles to the right side, fakes the handoff, gives it to Owen. Owen puts it on the floor, and it's knocked away. I think she's going to be fouled, but I hate to see them put that ball on the floor in traffic down there, the big girls. But they were bailed out by a foul, and that's the second foul on Paige Epps. And that's going to put the Donettes in the 1-1. So far, they're 5 out of 10. Sarah Owen is 3 out of 4. Free throw is good. And she has 12 points now in the first half. Julissa Johnson comes back in for Epps for Poplar Bluff. Owen's next one is up and bounces around and falls through. Tara Davis comes back in and replaces Macy Manus. Gowan with the basketball. She's double teamed and she tries to pass it, knocked away by Sarah Owen. Ava Monahan one-on-one goes down, tries to jump stop, and she's pushed by Samaya Anders. And that's team foul number 8. That is the first foul on Anders. Drew Spradley back in the game. Monahan at the free throw line. And it's good. Now she's in double figures with 10 points. Macy Manus back in, replacing Freedom Bates. 30-4 with 2:51 left in the first half. Next one is up and rims out. That one went down in and come back out. Johnson got the rebound. Her outlet passes to Gowan. Going to take it all the way, and she lays it up and in. And a pass all the way down to the other end, and the Donettes get it right back. As Ava Monahan caught it, and I was writing the score down and didn't even see who made the pass, but that was a really good pass. And after Poplar Bluff brings it in, we got another tie ball. As Coach Joan Locke just continues to run players in and out as she brings Janice Matlock back in and Addie Valenzuela back in. Spradley and also Edelman back in. Edelman has the ball and it's knocked away from behind. And another deflection out of bounds by the Donettes. Spradley, Edelman, Julissa Johnson, Valenzuela, and Matlock out there. And Valenzuela almost goes back court. Is able to toe that line. And Monahan knocks it away again. It's loose on the floor. Still loose, and Monahan comes away with it. She heads up the floor and she tries to pass it off the dribble instead of picking it up. That's another one of my pet peeves, folks. Don't pick the ball up and pass it. Don't try to pass it with one hand off the dribble. Good hustle there by Monahan, but that was just she tried to pass it without picking it up, and that's hard to do. Davis inbounds it. Gets it back in the corner. Her high-arcing three is off the back of the rim, no good. About the only thing the Donettes haven't done well is shoot the three, and they haven't shot very many. And Poplar Bluff throws it away again. And there wasn't even any pressure on them that time. (32-6). Haley Epps gives it in the corner to Davis. Down low to Owen. Turns over that right shoulder, and again she put it on the floor. Lost it momentarily, got it back and give it to Macy Manus. Got to quit putting that ball on the floor, Sarah. Davis dribbles to the baseline, gives it to Macy Manus. Manus goes in, puts up the shot, and she's fouled. They kind of bailed her out there. I think that one is on Valenzuela. That'd be 2 on her. That's team foul number 9. I think she was in the act of shooting anyway. Let's see if they put 2 shots up. Well, none of the referees are holding up there. Free throw no good by Manus. Now Emily Johansson, a freshman, comes in for the Donettes, replacing Haley Epps. And Angel Johnson comes back in for Poplar Bluff. Manus' free throw off the back of the rim. Valenzuela gets the rebound. She's met by Tara Davis, and Davis knocks it away. Another deflection out of bounds. Almost caused another turnover. Poplar Bluff just has not been able to handle the Donettes' defense pressure. The bounce pass comes to Johnson. Donettes in that get-in-your-face man-to-man defense. Valenzuela gives it over to Edelman. And Edelman falls down, but she gets it off to Matlock, but I think they called a 3-second call on Julissa Johnson. She was off on the other side. I think they called that on her. 1:05 left in the first half. Tara Davis gets around the defense, gives it to Owen. She puts it on the floor again, and she's going to be tied up again. I haven't noticed her doing that much this year, especially on the varsity, that she puts it on the floor, because it's happened several times tonight, and it's not worked out well most of the time. And Freedom Bates comes back in to replace Sarah Owen. Inbounds pass to Johansson. Stops at the right elbow. Gives it to Macy Manus. Her driver shot up and no good. And Johnson gets the rebound for Poplar Bluff. Gives it to Edelman. Runs right into a double team, and again the ball deflected out of bounds, this time by Johansson. Poplar Bluff will inbound in the front court with 43.8 seconds to go in the half. And they're going to get another 5-second call, and they did. That's at least the third one tonight. And again, they're not screening. I hate to beat a dead horse, but sometimes Doniphan does the same thing, though. So Davis kicks it out to Manus. Drives into the paint. Her shot up is no good. And hustling for the rebounds, Freedom Bates, but she dribbled on the end line. Haley Epps back in for Manus. And Monahan will check back in for Emily Johansson. 30.6 seconds left first half. Inbounds pass, knocked away, run down by Johnson. Way back in the back court. Picks up her dribble and it's stolen. And that's Davis. She puts it up in the left hand, no good. Put back up and good by Haley Epps. Clock running down to 13 seconds. Poplar Bluff's got to get it in. And it's going to be knocked away again. And it is saved. And a pass over. Davis catches underneath, puts it up a little too hard. And it's going to go out of bounds. The last touch by Poplar Bluff with 1.9 seconds to go. And Doniphan holding a 28-point lead, 34-6. Tara Davis inbounds it. And the ball's tipped. And Epps is going to get the shot up before the buzzer, and it goes in. So that ends the first half. And the Donettes lead it 36-6 over the Poplar Bluff Mules. This is junior varsity action here at Doniphan High School. And as I look across the way, the other side is filled up pretty good. It's the first game after the new year for the Donettes. And we'll quickly take a look at the scoring here for Poplar Bluff. And Ireland Gowan has all 6 of their points. And they are 0 of 3 from the free throw line. For the Donettes, go down the line here. Haley Epps was 4. 3 for Tara Davis, 4 for Freedom Bates, 13 for Sarah Owen, and 12 for Ava Monahan, for a total of 36 in the first half. And they lead it by 36-6 at halftime. We'll take a break for a few minutes, and we'll be back to get the second half underway here. You're watching the Donettes on Current River Broadcasting. Make sure to stay with us.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no 2 roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at Doniphan High School. We're at halftime of the junior varsity game. The Donettes lead 36-6 over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. And the reason that score is 36-6 at halftime, Poplar Bluff could not get the ball up the floor against the Donettes press. They only have 6 points. All of those were scored by Ireland Gowan, and nobody else has got in the scoring column for Poplar Bluff, and they just could not get the ball up the floor. And even if they did, they turned it over when they got it into the front court. Donettes were deflecting balls out of bounds and knocking balls off of their knees and their legs out of bounds. And thus that's the reason we have a 36-6 halftime score here in the junior varsity game. Coming up later on, we got the varsity game coming your way. Donettes fresh off the Twin Rivers Lady Royals Christmas Classic. Of course, it's not fresh. It's been about 2 weeks since they played now, but close to 2 weeks. So hopefully they won't have too awful much rust to shake off here against Poplar Bluff's varsity team. In the varsity game, the Donettes come in 10-0, and Poplar Bluff has a record of 2-7, but that can be a little bit deceiving because Poplar Bluff plays in that CMO conference with all the big schools, which right now the Donettes have already beaten some of the schools that are in that conference, and they didn't play Cape Central at Twin Rivers, but Cape Central didn't look all that great. Then Dexter, of course, is in that, and the Donettes play Dexter coming up here pretty quickly, and that game's going to be at Dexter this year. And that will be a big game because that is going to be a district game. And the district, once again this year, will be played at Dexter High, at the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter. All right, it's going to be Donettes ball. They send out Haley Epps, Tara Davis, Ava Monahan, and Delila Watson's going to come in. Sarah Owen probably is done for the game. She played 2 quarters, so she can still play 4 in the varsity game. And Watson also plays a lot in the varsity, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her play both quarters here. She did not get in the first half. Pass down the floor, and Poplar Bluff's going to get a layup this time, but they miss it. And that was number 55, Julissa Johnson. She missed the shot, and then when the ball was tipped, she was standing out of bounds, and it come right back to her standing out of bounds. So the Donettes will get it. Davis hands it off to Macy Manus. Back out front to Epps. She swings it left side to Monahan. Monahan into the paint, goes up, and she's going to be fouled. The Poplar Bluff has Angel Johnson, Valenzuela, Edelman, Epps, and Julissa Johnson. And Monahan at the free throw line. And her shot's short. Donettes almost hit 50% in that first half. The boys and the girls team both struggle from the free throw line. And I'm talking about junior varsity and varsity. And that one's missed as well. Johnson gets the rebound, and she walked before she could get the pass off. And I still think, even though the boys done a great showing, I think they would have won that game against Dexter if they would have made, well, all they would have had to make was 3 more free throws, and they'd have won the game, and they didn't shoot a very good percentage from the free throw line. Monahan open for 3, air ball. Ball loose, picked up by Angel Johnson. Still in the back court. And the ball knocked away from her, gets it back, and a 10-second call. I think that's the first 10-second call. I believe they may have had one more, but they've had 3 or 4 5-second calls getting the ball in bounds as well. So they are just struggling big time against the Donettes' pressure. Manus dribbles, hands it off. Monahan into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Davis is going to shoot a 3, and that one gets stuck. Donettes still yet to make a 3-pointer. And the alternating possession, I think that should be Donettes' ball. They're going to call Cam Barton off of the stands to get the ball unstuck. Referee tried to throw a ball up there, but it was stuck so hard he couldn't get it out with another ball. I still thought that was supposed to be Poplar Bluff basketball. I didn't think we had a second tie ball. But anyway, Donettes inbound it. Valenzuela guarding Macy Manus. In the lane, Haley Epps is wide open, but her shot's blocked by Paige Epps. And another tie ball, and this one will go to Poplar Bluff. That's where you give that little pump fake, little head fake, and get them in the air and then shoot it, and they'll jump on you, and you'll go to the free throw line. For the most part, that little head fake and pump fake is a thing of the past. Julissa Johnson's shot is up, no good. Poplar Bluff at least got a shot off that time, but the ball will go out of bounds off of Poplar Bluff. Freedom Bates comes back in the game, and she'll replace Haley Epps. Score still 36-6. Underway here in the third quarter. Monahan is going to take it in. Her shot blocked by Julissa Johnson. And again, just try to run in there and shoot that little runner instead of stopping and giving a pump fake. And Monahan deflects it out of bounds again. Valenzuela pretty much inviting that as she's dribbling that ball right out in front of her. Epps inbounds it to Valenzuela. Into Johnson, turns, shoots, no good. Ball tipped around. And to Leela Watson, nice outlet pass. And Monahan throws it ahead. And Bates does a nice job to save it. The pass was a little bit too far out in front of her. Good pass there, and they would have had a wide open layup. Poplar Bluff looks like they've gone to a 2-1-2 zone. Monahan's going to try another three. Oh, she makes it in. That's her first made three of the game. I don't know that she was meaning to do that, but they still count. Johnson is double teamed right in the middle of the floor. Is going to take it down, put it up, no good. And a rebound down to Bates. Manus up ahead. Pass in the corner. Monahan's going to try another one. And this one's no good. And that will be Angel Johnson down with the rebound. Brings it into the front court. Passes it over to Valenzuela. Valenzuela dribbles into the paint. The ball is tipped out. We're going to have a foul, an offensive foul on Valenzuela. I was kind of wondering about that. I didn't say anything, but I thought she kind of lowered that shoulder a little bit. Now Lily Knight back in the game for Macy Manus. So the Donettes have Bates, Davis, Knight, Watson, and Monahan on the floor. Oh, and I don't know where Tara Davis was going with that pass. Monahan cut into the lane, and I guess she thought she was coming to the wing, but little misconnection there. And again, Edelman dribbled the ball right out in front of Davis. And a drive into the lane. Shot up, no good. Out in the corner. Shot put up by Edelman, no good. Ball tipped back out to Angel Johnson. Back to Edelman. Down the corner to Angel Johnson. She has to get out of that corner. Hands it off to Valenzuela. And we got 3 seconds called on Epps again. Anders, Brandon, and Bradley back in for Poplar Bluff. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. It's 39-6. We only had 3 points, that three-pointer by Monahan in this half. Over to Davis on the right wing. Out front to Bates. Now to Monahan. She's open for another three. That one's going to be short. It was right on line, but it was short. Watson gets the offensive rebound. Now Tori Moreland is going to come in for the Donettes. And Samaya Anders come up a little lame there. Didn't see what happened. And she's going to check out. And Valenzuela comes back in. Dalila Watson is going to check out. And Moreland will check in. And Anders limping off the floor. She looks like it's right knee, right ankle, something on the right side. Needs a little help to get to the bench. Be Donettes ball. I don't even know what they called there. Oh, Tara Davis didn't watch the ball into her hands. She was setting to shoot that three-pointer before it even got there. Macy Manus, Haley Epps back in, and Monahan and Davis will check out. Valenzuela brings it into the front court. Right wing to Spradley. Head of the key. Brandon goes down, put it up, and oh boy, that was a really bad shot. That ball went behind the backboard on that left side, and I thought somebody got a hand on it, but they give the ball to the Donettes. So Macy Manus, left wing to Epps. Trying to get it down low to Bates, and it's knocked out of bounds. Back to the Donettes with 2:49 to go in the third quarter. Epps throws it out on the left wing to Macy Manus. Reverses her dribble, comes back, gives it to Lily Knight. Manus going to dribble down. Stops on the baseline. And the ball knocked away from her. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Epps. With 2:31 to go in the third quarter, it's 39-6. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back after this message.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver,
well, we've only had 3 points scored in this third quarter. We've played about 4.5 minutes. That was the three-pointer by Ava Monahan.
Got you covered.
And the Donettes have added to their lead. It was 30 at halftime. It's 33 right now, and Poplar Bluff still hasn't scored. They scored 4 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second, and haven't scored here in the third with 2:31 to go. Haley Epps will inbound it. Got to get some help. Gets it to Manus. Now to Epps. Back to Manus. She's open for a three-pointer. Looks good. Up a little bit low. And the Donettes battling for the rebound underneath, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And Epps will throw it in underneath the right side of the basket. Gets it into Lily Knight. Out to Manus. Valenzuela knocks it away, but Manus gets it before it goes into the back court. Right wing to Knight. Back out front to Manus. She swings it left side to Epps. Now to Freedom Bates. Ball knocked away, goes out to Manus on the right side. Donettes working around the outside. Epps dribbles through between a couple of people, and shot's going to be put up and good by Macy Manus. Back the other way, Spradley in the lane to Johnson. She's going to turn, shoot, no good. Going to get her own rebound. Going to take it up again and score. Melissa Johnson with her first 2 points. Had a scoring spurt there, 2 points by each team. Mason's going to try another three-pointer, and it's good. Up there. They're going to call it a 2. Foot must have been on the line, so Macy Manus hits a couple of buckets in a row. Valenzuela drives to the hole, puts it up, no good, but we're going to have a foul on the Donettes. It's going to be on Haley Epps. Donettes bringing in almost a whole new 5. Marley Kennan, Delila Watson, Ava Monahan, and Tara Davis. And coming in from Poplar Bluff, Kenzie Clark and Janice Matlock. And it's going to be Valenzuela shooting. She has not scored. She hit 2 free throws, and the first one's good. Next one is no good, and Watson gets the rebound. Got 1:10 left in the third quarter. Davis into the front court. Gives it to Monahan. Open again on that baseline for three, no good. And on the rebound is going to be Matlock, and she throws it out of bounds on the outlet pass. Donettes will get it back. Now, Poplar Bluff's been in a 2-1-2 this third quarter. They played man-to-man most of the first half. Lily Knight going to dribble to the elbow. Gives it out front to Davis. Bounces down low. Watson going to kick it back out to Davis. Dribbles to the baseline. Tries to go up with it. And we're going to have a foul on Spradley. And she really bailed Davis out on that one. Well, they're not going to call it a two-shot foul. I think she was going up with it, but Donettes will have to be satisfied with getting the ball. Now Watson almost loses it, and they're going to say her knee touched the floor when she went down, so it's going to be a travel. 36.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Score stays the same. We'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter. Matlock gives it out front. Valenzuela throws it in the paint. It's going to be picked off by the Donettes. Monahan's going to take it all the way, hands it to Watson, and she has to save it. She didn't handle it cleanly, but the Donettes do keep it with 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Lily Knight's going to shoot a three. It's no good. And the rebound down to Clark. And here comes number 30. That is Brandon. Her shot no good. The rebound is put up no good. And that will be the buzzer to end the third quarter, 43-9 in favor of the Donettes over the Poplar Bluff Junior Varsity girls. Be back in 1 minute. Stay with us.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
Back here at Doniphan High School, Keith Bowman with you here on Curtin River Broadcasting. It's 43-9 as we start the fourth quarter. The Donettes on top of Poplar Bluff. And the Donettes will have the ball with Haley Epps, Tara Davis. And Haley Epps is going to shoot a three. It's short. Valenzuela gets the rebound for Poplar Bluff. Passes it up the floor to Johnson. Both Johnsons out there. And a shot put up in the baseline by Johnson. And that one almost went behind the backboard. And it hit the cable. Epps and Spradley, Valenzuela and Johnson for Poplar Bluff. And again, we'll go back and tell you the Donettes have Epps. And Lily Knight, 15-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Johnson with the rebound. And Epps almost took it out of her hands. And taking it all the way is Epps, and she laid it up, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Delilah Watson. Uh-oh. She is hurt. The other girls are trying to help her up here, and she's not wanting to get up. Always a problem when you draw a charge, especially when you don't get there. Usually if you take it head on, you can take the brunt of it pretty good, but if you get off to the side, sometimes you twist you sideways, and Coach Epps, Coach Honeycutt out there checking on her. when we get back to play here, there'll be 2 shots, and that kind of hurts because Delilah plays a lot on the varsity, and she comes in, and she is not putting any weight on her right foot. And that is not good news for the Donettes. I said she plays quite a bit on the varsity as one of the substitutes for one of the big girls. I do have some good news for the varsity, as I talked to Maddie Reedus before the JV game, and she is hopefully going to start playing the Donettes next game Thursday. They play at Mountain View Liberty, and she is hoping to be out on the court. She said she didn't know yet whether she was going to play a game or so on the junior varsity and move up, but if Watson is hurt and she's able to go, she may be on the varsity right away. Paige Epps will be at the free throw line for Poplar Bluff. And her free throw, no good. They are 1 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Next one is up, and it rims out. Julissa Johnson gets a rebound and throws it out of bounds instead of going back up with it. And Coach Black is telling her just score, shoot the ball. Clock running with 5:05 to go in the ball game. 43-9 is our score. Epps has it knocked away and stolen by Valenzuela. Valenzuela's got Johnson on the other side, doesn't see her, and she's going to put up a finger roll, and Epps is going to bail her out with a foul there. And it'll be 2 shots, and that's the second foul on Haley Epps. And this time it'll be Valenzuela shooting 2, as Macy Manus and Emily Johansson getting ready to check back in, and another missed free throw by Poplar Bluff. Epps and Lily Knight checks out. Next one is up and it's good. Valenzuela has both the 2 free throws they've made. She's made both of them. Johansson hands the ball to Marley Kennan, and she's open for the shot, and it's good. And Marley Kennan gets into the scoring. Back the other way, Skylar Edelman in the corner to Johnson. Now back on the wing. Valenzuela stops on the baseline, hands it to Julissa Johnson. Over on the other side to Angel Johnson. She puts it on the floor. Pass is intercepted by Macy Manus. She's one-on-one with Valenzuela, and Valenzuela knocks it away. And it goes out of bounds. Still be Donettes ball. I said the clock's running here. And we got 5 new ones coming in. As we'll have Brandon, Clark, number 40 I don't think has been in. Ashlyn McIntyre, maybe one time. And also Matlock. And Marley Kennan is going to try a 3. It's no good. She goes after her own rebound, and she is going to be tied up. Also number 42, Brooklyn Gordon, in the game for Poplar Bluff. Substitutions for Donettes. Haley Epps, Lily Knight, and Tori Moreland come back in. Down to 2:35 to go in the game with that clock running with a 35-point lead for the Donettes. And the shot underneath is up by Clark, and it's no good. That foul is on Marley Kennan. And Poplar Bluff will shoot 2 more free throws. They're 2 out of 6 this half and 2 out of 9 in the game. Clark's free throw, no good. That one is no good. Ball tipped back out to Johnson. Angel Johnson, her shot no good. Offensive rebound underneath. And another foul on the Donettes. That foul is going to, I think that one's going to be on Kennan as well. Well, Marley Kinnon's picked up 2 quick fouls. And it will be Ashlyn McIntyre at the free throw line. And her free throw is good. That's her first point of the night. Next one on the way, and it's good. And she's the first one for Poplar Bluff to make 2 free throws in a row. Haley Epps hands it off to Lily Knight. Dribbles to the head of the key. Gives it to Marley Kinnon. Down low, open. And that is Johansson, and she puts it in. Good pass from Marley Kinnon from the head of the key. And it's 47-12 as we go under a minute to go. And now Angel Johnson, so I think she stepped on somebody's foot. And now she's come up a little bit lame. She's coming off under her own power, but she may stay in there. She looks like she's going to stay in. Coach asked her if she's all right, and she says yes. Or I guess she said yes. She's staying in there anyway. And she loses the inbounds pass and tied up by Marley Kinnon. It'll be Donettes' ball with the clock running now. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the game. Donettes going to pick up the win here in the JV game tonight as they lead it by 35, 47-12. Lily Knight to Johansson, right side to Epps. Epps reverses, goes down, drops it off to Moreland inside, and Tori Moreland lays it in. Good pass from Haley Epps. 15 seconds to go. Matlock dribbles to the baseline. She's open, puts it up, it's short. And Moreland didn't block her out, and she gets her own rebound. And the ball is batted back near midcourt with 7 seconds. And they let them travel with it there. And we're going to... Yeah, they're not going to, I don't think they're going to shoot it. Nope, they call a foul right before the buzzer went off with the clock running. So our final score is 49-12 as the Donettes JV wins it over Poplar Bluff by 37. Scoring for Poplar Bluff, 6 points for Ireland Gallen, 2 points for Addie Valenzuela, 2 points for Ashlyn McIntyre, and 2 points for Julissa Johnson. And they were 4 of 10 in the second half and 4 of 17 from the free throw line in the game. Donettes only shot 1 free throw in that second half, and they finished the game 8 of 16 from the free throw line. For the Donettes, 2 points for Emily Johansson, 4 for Haley Epps, 4 for Macy Manus, 2 for Marley Kinnon, 3 points for Tara Davis, 4 for Freedom Bates, 2 for Tori Moreland, 13 for Sarah Owen, and 15 for Ava Monahan. So that's the scoring here for the Donettes as they win another JV game, 49-12 over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. So we're getting the varsity teams getting ready to come out on the floor. And we'll take a short break. And we'll be back in probably about 5 minutes or so to get ready for the varsity game between the Donettes and the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. Stay with us here on Current River Broadcast.
We're for worrying less about the what ifs and more about the why nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
Welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at the Bill Elrod Gymnasium in Doniphan as we get set for varsity action. Donettes and the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. And got a pretty good crowd on hand tonight on this rainy, stormy night here in Doniphan and in southeast Missouri. But the people have still come out. This is the Donettes' first game since December 21st. Actually, it's Poplar Bluff's first game since December 21st as well. The Donettes are 10-0, Poplar Bluff 2-7. And as I said a little while ago, that record may be kind of deceiving because they play against some big schools, just even in their conference. So they are 2-7. They are averaging 42 points a game. They're giving up 50.6. The Donettes are averaging 57 and giving up 38. The Donettes' leading scorer is Kenzie Reedus, averaging 18.5 a game. Also averaging 10 rebounds, so she's averaging a double-double a game. McKenna Monahan averaging 10.4, and she's shooting 57% from the field on the season. Brooklyn Klepsik averaging 10.1. Grayson Kirby 6.7. Delilah Watson, who got injured in the JV game, averaging 4.1. Sarah Owens averaging 3.2, but she's averaging 6 rebounds a game. And let's see, what was that? Oh, I was going to the upcoming schedule for the boys and the girls. We'll be back here tomorrow night as the boys will be home hosting the Liberty Eagles, fresh off their second place finish at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. And in our girls, the Donettes will go to Liberty on Thursday night. And then Friday night, we'll be back here as well as the Dons will play Twin Rivers in a Ozark Foothills Conference game. And that will be a big one. The Dons played Twin Rivers over at Bloomfield, and it was a pretty close game. And again, I think that was one of the games where the Dons missed some free throws, but that should be a good one on Friday night. So we have 3 nights for you here at home this week. This month is jam-packed with games. I believe we have 9 home games this month, and I believe we have 5 in February. We didn't have very many before Christmas, but we got a lot of them afterwards. And another big game, the Donettes go to East Carter next Monday night to play the Lady Redbirds, and that's who they played in the championship game of the Christmas tournament down at Twin Rivers and won by 2 points. So the Donettes have a couple, well, actually they have several stiff games coming up. Dexter, they got to play Neelyville again, whom they narrowly defeated at Twin Rivers. So a lot of good games coming up, competition for the Donettes as well as the Dons. We got about 3 minutes left before our national anthem and our starting lineups, and I am going to get the starting lineups here in just a second. And then one thing I did forget, this is only the 8th meeting between Poplar Bluff and the Donettes all time, and the Donettes are down with only 2 wins and 5 losses. But the Donettes have won the last 2, and those were January 3rd in 2022. They won 41-31, and in January 4th, they won 56-27. But before that, Poplar Bluff had won the previous 5, so they've got a 5-2 edge over the Donettes. But here in the last few years, they've been playing each other more, so the Donettes will have a chance to maybe get closer to evening that up. If you just joined us, the Donette JV won 49-12 over Poplar Bluff. And we got the varsity game coming your way. Here in just a couple of minutes, we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups. And I mentioned a little bit earlier that Delilah Watson looked like she injured a knee or an ankle. I'm not really sure. She couldn't put any weight on that right leg, but it looks like she's out there warming up right now, so hopefully it's not as serious as we first thought, because they helped her off the field, but she is actually out there warming up right now, and so maybe she'll be able to play. But I was going to say, in case you missed it in the first game, Maddie Reedus, is hopefully going to be in uniform. She's in uniform tonight, but she's not going to play, but hopefully on Thursday night when they go to Liberty, she's going to be back in the lineup for her first action of the year. And she is going to be a big help to the Donettes. And the Donettes have done well without her, but she will be a big help when they get her back in the game. So we're lining up for the national anthem, so we're going to take about a 1-minute break, and we'll be back to set the starters for you between the Donettes and the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We are set for the starting lineup. The Poplar Bluff Mules 2-7 on the year. Their head coach, John David Patillo. They have maroon uniforms with white numbers. Madeline Eads, a 5'6" senior. Adrian Casey, a 5'10" senior. Number 12, Nevaeh Larkins. And number 13, Clara Rallman. And number 21, Michaela. If I pronounce that wrong, folks, I'm sorry if you're listening to Poplar Bluff. It looks like Michaela Little. For the Donettes, Grayson Kirby. McKenna Monahan, number 2. Sarah Owen, number 23. 32 is Kenzie Reedus. And 51, Brooklyn Klepsig. Starting lineup for the Donettes, 10-0 on the season. And they are currently ranked number 7 in the state as of last week. I'm not sure if they came out with a new one. Probably, since we had the holiday, they haven't. But they are, the last time we had a ranking, I think they were ranked 7th in the state in Class 4. So we are ready to go, and it will be Adrian Casey jumping center for Poplar Bluff, Kenzie Reedus for the Donettes. Poplar Bluff going right to left as you look at your device or your TV here in the first half, and the Donettes control it going left to right. Poplar Bluff's going to start out. Well, the Donettes throw it away on the first time down the floor. McKenna Monahan throws it over Klepsig's head. I was trying to figure out what they were playing. It looked like they were playing a man-to-man on Monahan and then like a 1-3, but we'll figure it out here in a minute. Klepsig is guarding Little. Little gives the ball to Rallman. Now Rallman out front to Eads. Eads back to Little as they move the ball around the perimeter. And Casey has got it right now. Dribbles back to the center of the floor. Passes it left wing to Little. Little dribbles one time. And she's going to be called for a travel. A good heads there by the Donettes as she started to go around the screen. And Kenzie Reedus stepped out and caused her to drag that pivot foot. Poplar Bluff extending their defense a little bit. Monahan dribbles over to the left side. Now she gets it into the front court, into the paint, out in the corner. Grayson Kirby, a three-pointer, it's no good. And Brooke Klepsig can't save it from going out of bounds. So I said neither team's played since the 21st of December, so that's been walked in almost 2 weeks ago, so it may take a little while for the teams to get back in the flow of things. Little will bring it up against Klepsik. Pounding her all the way down the floor. Dribbles to the right baseline. Now she picks it up and got to get some help. And she does. She gets it off to Larkins. Larkins now back out front to Little. Left wing to Rallman. Rallman drills into the paint, and Regis steps in, takes it away. Monahan 1-on-3, and she's going to take it all the way right around the defense. Too hard, but Regis gets the rebound and puts it in. Kenzie Regis with the first 2 points. I am amazed at how fast McKenna Monahan is dribbling the basketball. It's one thing to just run straight line, but dribbling the basketball. There was 3 Poplar Bluff Lady Mules ahead of her, and by the time she got to the basket, she was maybe a half a step ahead. She just shot it a little too hard off the board. Larkins hands the ball off to Rallman. Pass underneath, and the shot's going to be good. And that's going to be by Larkins. A little pick and roll. Donettes didn't defend that very well. Kirby in the lane, out to Sarah Owen. Owen's going to dribble down, kick it out in the corner. Klepsik dribbles baseline. Cross on the other side, Kirby. Kirby's going to dribble into the paint. Muscles it up, no good. Ball tipped around. Sarah Owen's going to get it. She's going to go up with it, and it's good, and one. Nice job by the sophomore, Sarah Owen. She'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. That puts the Donettes up 4-2. Sarah had 13 points in 2 quarters in the JV game. Her free throw is good as it circles the rim a time or two and falls through. And it's going to be Eads bringing it up. She's a lefty, dribbles to the corner, throws it up in the air, and boy, the Donettes should have had that one. And they're going to leave Casey wide open at the free throw line or just outside it, and she buries it. Donettes should have stole that pass. There was too much air under that. Monahan throws it up ahead. Kirby in the lane to Regis, shot no good. And a rebound down to Rallman for Poplar Bluff. Passes it up the floor. That's going to be Little with it. Cross-court pass and another one that should have been stolen. The shot's no good. Offensive rebound by Larkin. She puts it up no good. The ball's tipped out to Monahan. And she has it knocked away and stolen, trying to go a little bit too fast. Eads is going to take it down. Circles out to the left baseline. Back out to Rallman. Rallman gets a screen from Casey. They're trying to pick and roll. They get it to Casey. She's going to turn and shoot it, and it's good. And the Donettes are not defending that pick and roll very good. And back the other way, Kirby's got a path to the basket, and she lays it in. So both teams trying to get it up the floor in a hurry. 7-6 Donettes. Eads dribbles down, puts up a shot, and it's good. And somehow or another, she got that around Kenzie Regis, and Coach Epps not too happy with his defense right now. And that's one of the things the Donettes usually do pretty well is play defense, but right now they're being a little bit lazy. There's been 3 or 4 passes that have been kind of floated up in the air, and the Donettes should have stolen them, but they didn't do it. And Poplar Bluff's got an 8-7 lead here early in the first quarter. It'll be Donettes' ball. Trailing by 1 point. And Poplar Bluff brings in Kennedy. I'm assuming that's Gaynor. It starts with a Z, but I'm hoping the Z's silent. Poplar Bluff, they're in a 2-3 zone, what it looks like. Kirby in the corner. Brooke Klepsik, wide open three-pointer, no good. Sarah Owen with another offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Monahan. Monahan looking inside. Regis is not open, so she'll take it back out and reset. Poplar Bluff's almost playing a matchup man-to-man, but I think it's still a zone, and they throw it away. Klepsik throws it away. And Coach Epps is not real happy right now, and I can't say as I blame him. Eads with a basketball, dribbles to the baseline, cut off by Kirby. Free throw line wide open. His Gaynor shot no good. And a rebound down to McKenna Monahan. Passes ahead to Klepsik. Klepsik's going to take it in. Her shot's blocked. And it goes out of bounds to be Doniphan basketball. And Peyton Lowry's going to check in for Grayson Kirby. And Lowry will throw it in. Right in front, wide open is for Kinsey Reedus, and that's an easy one for Kinsey. And now Coach Patillo calls the timeout with 3:27 to go in the first quarter. 9-8 Donettes. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Well, we've played a little over 4.5 minutes here, and it's been kind of up and down. Both teams wanting to run the ball up and down the floor. And right now the Donettes lead Poplar Bluff 9-8. Poplar Bluff with the basketball. Gainer spins into the lane, passes it off, and the ball's tipped right back to her, and the shot's blocked. But they're going to call a foul on the Donettes, and the Donettes got a bad break there. That foul is on Peyton Lowry. That shot was blocked, but it came right back to Kennedy Gainer, and her first free throw is no good. Next one on the way, it rims out, and Kenzie Reedus gets the rebound for the Donettes. She gives it to McKenna Monahan. Monahan circles back out. Passes her right wing to Peyton Lowry. Cross court to Klepsik in the left wing. She hits Monahan in the lane. She turns, shoots off the glass a little too hard. Sarah Owen with another offensive rebound. She goes up and scores. That's 5 for Sarah Owen here in the first quarter. Eads runs it over to the right wing. Dribbles back, doing a lot of dribbling there. Now she picks up her dribble and gets some help from Rallman. Rallman will back it out now. Goes behind the back, stops just inside the head of the key. Out to Eads, dribbles to the baseline, throws it in the lane. And they kick it back out. Three-pointer up and no good. And Sarah Owen gets the rebound, and off the floor she gets it to Monahan. They got a 3-on-2. She sidesteps the defender, lays it up and in. 13-8 Donettes. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Madeline Eads handling the ball for Poplar Bluff. Guarded by Brooke Klepsik. Gives it left wing to Rallman. Rallman gets the screens. Donette did a little better job on the pick and roll that time. Ball passed in the lane, and going to the floor is Larkins to pick it up and got a tie ball. And this held ball goes to Poplar Bluff. As Grayson Kirby comes in to give McKenna Monahan a rest. With 1:41 to go in the first quarter. Going to be Poplar Bluff ball over on the right sideline, free throw line extended. Gainer throwing it in. Gets it into Eads. Eads is going to dribble into the paint. Little floater up. It's no good. And Sarah Ohm with a nice block out. Outlet pass to Brooke Klepsik. Klepsik throws it ahead, trying to get it to Reedus. And a bad pass. Donettes just try so hard to get that ball inside that they make a lot of bad passes sometimes trying to get it in there. Even if Reedus would have caught it, she was not in on the block. She was out on the baseline a little bit. Turnover back to Poplar Bluff. Casey will give it up to Rallman. Rallman goes behind the back at the volleyball line. Now over to Little. Little's got a path to the basket. And Grayson Kirby comes over and blocks the shot with the help defense. Pass ahead to Reedus. Reedus is going to have it knocked away from behind by Claire Rallman. Now that time that was a good pass, but Rallman just did a good job hustling back, knock it out of bounds. Bailey Honeycutt and McKenna Monahan check back in. Sarah Owen and Brooke Klepsik will get a rest with 1:05 left in the first quarter, and the Donettes up. Lob pass into Reedus, and she muscles it up and in. And I know sometimes looking at Kinsey, you might not say muscle, but she had people all over. And it's 15-8. Eads hands the ball to Clara Rallman. She gets a pick from Casey, decides not to take it. Dribbles back to the center of the floor. Over to Eads, step back three-pointers, up and good. Boy, that was a good-looking shot by Madeline Eads. 15-11. As Monahan quickly into the front court, is going to take it all the way, lays it up and in, and a blocking foul is going to be called, and the basket will count, and that foul is going to be on Adrian Casey. Nice job by McKenna Monahan to recognize Casey wasn't going to be able to get set, and good news here is Delilah Watson's getting ready to check in for the Donettes. Well, it sure looked like in that JV game when she come out that she probably wasn't going to be playing anymore tonight. But she will come in and replace Kinsey Reedus with 31 seconds left in the first half, and the Donettes up 18-11. Rallman across the half line. Left wing, Gaynor gets a screen, and the ball knocked away by Watson. Kirby's got it. She's 1-on-2. She sidestepped the defender, and she's going to get a foul called on number 13, Clara Rallman. And again, the help defense for the Donettes knocks that ball away, and they are able to get out and run. And it will be Grayson Kirby at the free throw line to shoot two. We got 13.3 seconds left in the first quarter, and it's a 7-point lead right now before Kirby shoots these two free throws. First one is up, and it's a little bit short. Next one up, and this one's long. And Casey gets the rebound. Got 10 seconds to go. Now Rallman decides she's going to have to hurry, get into the front court with 6. 5, 4. Stay out on her, Grayson. Dribbles in, stopped at the free throw line. Good defense by Grayson Kirby. And that's the end of the first quarter. And the Donettes lead the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules 18-11 here at Doniphan. Be back in 1 minute with more Donettes basketball on Current River Broadcasting. We played one quarter. It's 18-11. Donettes over Poplar Bluff here at the Bill Elwright Gymnasium in Doniphan. Want to remind everybody tomorrow night we got Don's basketball coming your way here on Current River Broadcasting at 6 o'clock against the Mountain View Liberty Eagles. Junior varsity game first, followed by the varsity game. It'll be Donettes ball. And let's see, they send the starters back out. Monahan, Kirby, Reedus, Klepsik, and Owen. And again, they try to force it into Reedus, and she's not open. That's that play they always run. And going back the other way is East, and she stepped behind the three-point line. Nobody picked her up, but she missed it. And Monahan gets the rebound. She sidesteps the defender, goes in and lays it up and missed it. Reedus with the offensive rebound, and she scores again. Kenzie Reedus does one heck of a job following up the guards or whoever's out on the breakaway to get those offensive rebounds. And she already has 8 points. And Coach John David Patillo called another timeout. The Donettes kind of got lucky because that three-point shot by Eads, she had hit one earlier, They kind of backed off of her, and she stepped behind the three-point line. She missed it, and a long rebound come out, and the Donettes had 3-on-3. And you know how McKenna Monahan is. She's good at weaving in and out of traffic, getting to the basket. She didn't make the shot, but she got it up on the rim, and Reedus got the rebound and put it in. Going to be Poplar Bluffs basketball. Let's see, they've got Casey, Little, Eads, Larkins, and Rallman out there. Now the Donettes are going to play a 2-2-1, and they get behind the defense. Larkins pass down low to Casey, fall away, shot up and good. And that didn't work too well. Donettes usually do a better job on that. They let the defense get behind them too far there. I mean the offense, excuse me, get behind their defense. 20-13, just underway in the second quarter. Kirby gives it to Klepsig. Free throw line to Reedus, down low to Owen, and she lays it in. A good old high-low. That time it was Reedus to Owen instead of the other way around. Eads picks it up, throws it across court to Casey. Ball slips through her hands. Now she'll wait on her teammates, and they'll give it to Eads. Casey's going to set her a screen, picked up by Reedus. Back to Casey in the lane, puts up the shot, no good, and Sarah Owen with the rebound. Gives the ball to Monahan. Monahan going to dribble into the paint, kicks it out to Klepsig. She fakes the three, and Grayson Kirby set a screen for her, and Klepsig passed it to her, and Kirby wasn't expecting it. And Klepsig's going to check out. I still like the way Coach Epps does that when they make a mistake like that. He brings them to the bench, and he'll tell them what they did wrong there. Eads, guarded by Kirby, takes it into the paint. Kirby knocks it away, and Peyton Lowry, who just checked into the game, comes up with the ball. Dribbles down, cross court. Monahan fakes the shot, dribbles in, up off the glass, no good. The ball tipped out, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Rallman. And Gaynor will come back into the game. Donettes with the ball in a 9-point lead. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Kirby looking inside. Nobody there, so she gives it back to Lowry. Free throw line to Owen. Owen back to Lowry. Lowry dribbles into the paint. He's going to put the shot up, and no good. Ball tipped around, and Gaynor gets the rebound. She is double teamed. Just throws it up in the air, and Casey comes away with it. Now she gives it to Little. Up ahead, Gaynor inside the three-point line. Jumper's up and good. They got a couple of lefties out there. Gaynor and Eads both are left-handers. Pass down low. Reedus on the left block, turns into the paint. Shot up, no good. No call there. Pass up the floor. Little dribbles to the baseline, and we're going to have a foul. And it's going to be on Peyton Lowry. That's her second. That's only the second team foul on the Donettes, and Lowry has both of them. Lowry checks out. Klepsig right back in the game. Poplar Bluff to inbound it. Rallman will inbound it. Has to throw it way out front to Little. Back in the corner. Rallman, high arcing three, no good. Reedus with the rebound. Out to Kirby. Cuts back into the middle of the floor. Lobs it over to Monahan. Shot's good. Nice fast break by the Donettes. Back up by 9, 24-15. Rallman stops, head of the key, gives it to Little. She backs it back out toward midcourt. Hands it off to Gaynor. Now back to Rallman. Trying to spread the Donettes out a little bit now. Casey with it between the circles. Pass it to Rallman. Rallman gets around their man. Picked up by Owen. Does a good job. Shot no good. Offensive rebound there by Larkins, no good. Out to Casey. Her shot's up. It's no good. And another offensive rebound, this time by Larkins, and she's going to get fouled. That one's going to go on Brooke Klepsig. And it'll be 2 shots. Larkins, first one is short. Eads checks back in. Also Anna Hayes, a 5'4 junior, sees her first action. Casey and Rallman go to the bench. Sarah Owen checks out for the Donettes, and Ava Monahan comes in. Delilah Watson also. And McKenna Monahan takes a seat. The second free throw is good by Larkins. Now Kirby handling the point guard, and she's going to be called for a travel. (24-16), almost halfway through the second quarter, 4:07 to go. Eads right wing to Hayes. Hayes, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball on on number 21, Little. Must have set an illegal screen or pushed away from the basketball there. Donettes with the ball. Delilah Watson out in the corner to Monahan. Now head of the key to Kirby. Ritas, head of the key, Klepsig. And Klepsig goes in, puts up a shot. She's going to get bailed out with a foul. And that one's going to be on Little as well. That's her second now. Team foul number 5 on Poplar Bluff. Well, excuse me, that's her third foul. And Brooke Klepsig shoots the front end, her first shot, and it's good. Little goes out, and Gaynor goes out. And we have Casey back in, along with Rallman. Ritas checks out, and Sarah Owen back in for the Donettes. Klepsig trying to give the Donettes a 10-point lead, and she does. 26-16. Full court man-to-man. Donettes make it hard on them to get it inbounds, but they get it into Eads. Casey comes out to set a screen. They switch on it. They do a good job of getting back. Down low to Larkin. She's double teamed, and Brooke Klepsig reaches in and knocks it away, and they're going to whistle her for the foul. So she has picked up 2 quick ones. So the Donettes have 4 team fouls, and they're 2 by Klepsig and 2 by Peyton Lowry. Coach Epps leaving her in the game. Ball comes into Eads. Casey tries to set a screen. Donettes do a good job of hedging on that. Rallman's going to take it in the lane, kicks it out front. Long three-pointer up, in and out. And that was by Hayes. And the Donettes come away with the ball. Pass ahead to Klepsig. Wide open 3 in the corner, no good. Ball goes off the other side. Eads saves it in. And Poplar Bluff's going to keep the basketball. Pass up the floor. And Larkins bobbles it, gets it back, puts it up, and good. That's 5 points for Larkins. Donettes quickly back the other way. 26-18. Monahan picks up her dribble. Gets some help from Kirby. Right back to Monahan at the volleyball line with 2:30 left in the first half. High post to Watson. Hands it to Klepsig. Now out to Monahan. Fakes the three-pointer. Going to take it in. The little runner's short. Battle for the rebound. Larkins gets it for Poplar Bluff, and then she's tied up by Monahan, and it will be Poplar Bluff's ball. Ritas back in the game for Delilah Watson. And also Bailey Honeycutt coming in for Sarah Owen. Rallman will bring it across the half line. Gets a screen from Casey. And the ball knocked away, and here goes Monahan to the other end. She goes down, lays it up, and good. She is like a water bug out there. And the double team got her that time. They were trying to set a screen, as they are doing that a lot with Casey being the screener. And Monahan almost got another steal in the backcourt. Rallman's able to hang on to it. Dribbles to the left wing, picks it up. Down low, Casey. Gonna shoot it, and Ritas blocks it. Ball loose on the floor. Casey's gonna get it back. And she still got it. Got to be close. Man, that's got to be close to 5 seconds. Finally gets it off to Eads. Minute and a half left. And they're going to do the pick and roll, and the Donettes knock it away, loose on the floor, and it goes right back to Rollman. Pass down low. Larkins bounces it out. Hayes three-pointer, no good. And McKenna Monahan finally comes away with it. And she quickly goes to the other end, takes it down. And we're going to have I don't know if that's going to be a charge or a block. Nope, it's going to be a block on Larkins. McKenna might have got a little bit out of control that time. She trying to get it to Klepczyk in the corner for a three. Now Ava Monahan comes in, replaces Grayson Kirby, and Gaynor comes back in for Larkins. Lob in the paint. Reedus puts it on the floor, goes up with it, and scores again. That's 10 for Kenzie Reedus. I wish she wouldn't put that ball on the floor, but it worked out all right that time. This is the biggest lead for the Donettes, 12. Gaynor dribbles into the lane, knocked away, and the Donettes steal it again. Klepczyk up the left side. Gives it back to Honeycutt. She's open for a three. It's short. Battling for the rebound, and we're going to have Ava Monahan. Good hustle there. But she fell to the floor with the ball, and that's going to be a travel. But that's good hustle by the freshman. 47 seconds left in the first half. And Casey going to have to bring it up as Hayes give it back to her. She's the biggest girl they got on the floor, but she's been doing a lot of screening. She gives it up to Gaynor. Now to Rallman. Now to Casey. 25 seconds left in the first half. 12-point lead for the Donettes. Gaynor has it. Going to dribble into the paint across the lane. Hands it to Rallman. They may go for one shot unless they can get a layup here now. As low as far as down there on the clock. And Ava Monahan's going to pick up a foul. Not in the bonus yet. Team foul number 5 with 11 and a half seconds left. Poplar Bluff will inbound underneath the left side of their basket. Grayson Kirby back in for the Donettes. And it'll be Rallman to throw it in. They throw it way out front to Eads. Looks up at the clock with 10 seconds. Into the paint, shot up, and the Donettes bail her out with a foul. That was going to be a tough shot. She was running away from the basket. That's the first foul on Grayson Kirby. Eads has got 5 points and make that 6 as Owen and Klepczyk check back in for the Donettes. 6.6 seconds to go. And Larkins checks back in for Poplar Bluff. Eads makes both free throws. Monahan dribbles it up with no pressure. She's going to take it all the way, and they knock it away from her. And Rallman's going to shoot from half court. And it hits off the side of the backboard. But the Donettes had a 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter, and they've got a 10-point lead as we go into the locker room at halftime, 30-20 over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. We'll give you the scoring real quick here. 7 points for Madeline Eads for Poplar Bluff, 6 for Adrian Casey, 5 for Nevia Larkins. I'm not sure I'm saying her name right. 11, 7, 18, and 2 for Kennedy Gaynor, and they were 3 of 5 from the free throw line in the first half. Donettes were 4 of 5 from the line, and they have 2 points from Grayson Kirby, 9 points from McKenna Monahan, 7 points from Sarah Owen, 10 for Kenzie Reedus, and 2 for Brooke Klepczyk. I believe that's 19, 11, 30. And that's a total of 30. They lead at 30-20 here at halftime over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back shortly before second half starts with the Donettes leading 30-20 here on Curtin River Broadcasting.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Well, our halftime score is 30-20 in favor of the Donettes over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. I'll get back on here in time to tell you. I just said it just a few minutes ago, but tomorrow night we'll be back here in Doniphan, Current River Broadcasting. We'll have the Dons and the Liberty Eagles, and that will be JV game starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And the girls, their next game will be Thursday, and they travel to Mountain View to play the Liberty Lady Eagles on Thursday. And then we'll be back here again on Friday as the Twin Rivers Royals come calling on the Dons. And that will be a big game as far as Ozark Foothills seedings for the tournament coming up later on, and as well as a chance at winning the conference. I know the Dons already have one loss in the conference to Greenville, and I think Greenville probably right now is the top of the conference. Of course, most teams haven't played very many conference games yet, and we have several coming up here for both teams in the next month or so. So the Dons will be at home tomorrow night and on Friday, and both nights we'll have the games here on Current River Broadcasting. And the girls' next two games are on the road. Like I said, at Liberty on Thursday night or Mountain View. And then next Monday, they've got a big OFC game as they travel to Elsinore to play the East Carter Lady Redbirds, whom they defeated by 2 points in the championship of the the Lady Royals Christmas tournament. So you know East Carter is wanting to get a little bit of revenge, and them playing on their home floor probably going to make it just that much tougher. Donettes did the same thing that the Dons did, though. They missed some free throws that they could have widened out the score in that game against East Carter. Then the same thing actually against Neelyville in the semifinals too. And that's one thing that they haven't done real well all year. Here in the first half, they're shooting 80%, but they only got to the line 5 times. And if they could do that all the time and shoot about 20 a game, they would really, really, really be hard to beat. They're hard enough to beat right now, but they would really be hard to beat. I don't know if they got any college basketball fans out there or not, but it looks like the number 1 Purdue Boilermakers just lost at home to Rutgers 65-64. So they will not be unbeaten anymore. I'm not sure if there's any. There was only, I think, before yesterday, only 3 teams, and I think one of them got beat, so there may not be any undefeated teams left. I don't know, but that is a big-time upset there. All right, we're getting set for the second half, and it is going to be Doniphan's basketball. Poplar Bluff out on the floor. They have Casey, Rallman, Eads, Gaynor, and Larkins. And the Donettes still around Coach Epps. And I'm sure they'll probably come out with the starters too. Kirby, Monahan, Klepsig, Owen, and Reedus. 10-point lead as we start the third quarter. Donettes with the ball. Poplar Bluff still in that zone. Monahan lobs it free throw line to Owen. Owen puts it on the floor. Nice drive, and she goes up, and she is fouled by Casey. And Coach Patillo was down there hollering that they were going to try to Monahan come back this way and hit Reedus coming off the screen, and instead she threw it to the free throw line, and Sarah Owen made a really, really nice drive to the basket. That is the second foul on Adrian Casey. Oh, they didn't call it. They called it on the floor. Lob into Reedus, out to Klepsig, three-pointer, bang! There we go. Inside out, folks. I talk about that all the time. If you listen to us, that is the best way to get a three-point shot. 33-20. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Donettes, 13 points. Donettes come out man-to-man. You hardly ever see anything else out of them. Rallman picks it up out near midcourt. Backdoor passes. Didn't go who she was passing it to, but Poplar Bluff did save it. Eads dribbles to the baseline. Gaynor, three-pointer from the corner. She answers that back. Donettes quickly back at the other end. Cross-court pass to Kirby. Kirby penetrates, gives it to Monahan at top of the key. Left wing Klepsik's open again. That one is good. 2 in a row, 3-pointers for Brooke Klepsik. 36-23 as Eads will bring it to the right wing. Dribbles to the baseline. Has it knocked away, and she touched it last, I think. She sure did. Good play there by Grayson Kirby. And after she knocked it away, Eads got a hand on it before it went out of bounds. And Coach Patillo wanting to extend his defense. Looks like a 2-1-2 three-quarter court press. And the Donettes get it across the half line easily. Kirby in the corner. Klepsik open again. That time they picked her up. Cross court to Owen. Now back out front to Kirby. Now to Monahan, and she's going to reset again. I think she had a little bit of a lane to go to the basket there. And they're going to try it again. Poplar Bluff picked up Klepsik in the corner that time. Donettes being patient here. Klepsik dribbles to the baseline. And the ball knocked away, and it's picked up by Kirby. And then she's going to be tied up, and that's going to be Poplar Bluff ball. The Donettes didn't handle that very well once they got down in the corner with it. 36-23, 13-point lead with 5:53 to go third quarter. Gaynor comes back to get the ball in the back court. Gives it to Eads. Eads doesn't take the screen, goes the other way to the baseline. And her bounce pass is knocked away. Casey's going to pick it up, and she's wide open. Her jumper won't go. Ball tipped around. And Brooke Klepsik gets the rebound for the Donettes. Poplar Bluff gets back, so Klepsik stops on the left wing. Out front to Kirby. Now to Monahan. Now to Klepsik. Klepsik in the lane. Breedis with a nice catch. Goes up and she's fouled. That's going to be on Gaynor. And this should be a two-shot foul. It faked me out a while ago. I don't know why that wasn't a foul. Two-shot foul, but Breedis' free throw is good. That's 11 for Kinsey Reedus. Gaynor checks out, and Little back in. Sarah Owen checks out, and Delila Watson in for the Donettes. Next one is off the left side. Reedus gets 1 out of 2. And the lead is 14, 37-23. And Watson knocks it away, but it's run down by Casey. I don't know how many times the Donettes have knocked it away, but Poplar Bluff has come away with the ball about every time. Rallman guarded closely by McKenna Monahan. Reverses, throws it in the corner. Eads fakes it, step back three-pointers, up and no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Little of the Lady Mules. Poplar Bluff extended that defense a little bit more. Even though the last time they did it, they didn't really do anything out of it. And they didn't do anything this time either. Klepsik stops, pops, and in and out. Reedus with another rebound. Her shot's blocked, gets it back, goes up, and no foul call there. And somebody got a hand on it again, I guess. Eads walks it across the half line. She'll hand it to Rallman. Coach Patillo shouting directions to his team. Rallman, and we're going to have an offensive foul called. And it's away from the basketball on Casey. And that's her third. And Peyton Lowry's coming in for the Donettes, replacing Grayson Kirby. So Casey's got 3 fouls. Little's is out there with 3 fouls. And I assume that she set an illegal screen. It was over there close to the ball, but it wasn't the player with the ball being screened. Klepsik open again. This one's no good. And Watson got inside position, got the rebound, goes up, and a foul on Poplar Bluff. I'm going to see if that's on number 4. Nope, it's going to be on number 21, Little, and that's going to be her 4th. Coach Patillo hollering because Poplar Bluff's got 4 fouls and the Donettes don't have any. And Watson connects on the first one. Little goes to the bench with 4 fouls. And she is replaced by Gaynor. I believe Coach Patillo's only used 1 or 2 players off the bench. Watson connects on both. Nice job there by Delilah Watson. Now it's a 16-point lead for the Donettes as they continue to build on it here in the third quarter. Allman dribbles over the left side. McKenna Monahan knocks it away, but again, it goes right to Eads. Back to Rallman in the corner. Now back out front to Gaynor. Out of Rallman in the left corner. Dribbles back to the wing. Now all the way back out front. Gives it to Casey at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Gaynor for 3. It's short. Peyton Lowry with the rebound. She's going to bring it into the front court. Stops at the head of the key. Over to Klepsik on the right side. She made the right decision there by stopping and setting the offense up. And a beautiful pass down low from Klepsik to Watson. And Watson lays it in. $18-point lead. Poplar Bluff's only got 3 this quarter, and Donettes have got 11. Pass in the corner, Rallman thought about the 3. Picked up quickly by Monahan. Pass out front to Gaynor. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on Brooke Klepsik. Just a little hand check. And that's probably one that Coach Patillo got there because he was hollering about the amount of fouls called on them and none on Doniphan. Monahan and Breedis check out. And Klepsik as well. And we have Bailey Honeycutt, Sarah Owen, and Ava Monahan checking in the game. Pass knocked away by Sarah Owen. Shot up no good by Larkins, and Owen gets the rebound. Peyton Lowry falls down, and coming out of there with it is Eads. Owen trying to catch her, goes down. She made her miss the shot. Good defense by Owen to not foul. And Peyton Lowry come up a little bit limp when she fell now. She's hit it to the bench, and Grayson Kirby coming in for her. We had a lot of kids come up a little bit lame in the 2 games tonight. But I think everybody that's went out has come back in with the exception of one of the Poplar Bluff girls in the first game. Donettes with a chance to go up 20 with a bucket here. Kirby's long pass. And Bailey Honeycutt tried to come back and meet it, but she couldn't get there. It's picked off by Larkin. We're going to have a foul on Ava Monahan. That was a good look there by Kirby trying to throw that ball the length of the floor, but just had just a little bit too much air under it. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 41-23, Donettes. Poplar Bluff with the basketball. Rallman hounded by Ava Monahan. He gives it to Eads. Eads in the corner, Rallman for 3. It's off, long rebound to Gaynor, and she goes in and puts up a little shot there from about 4 feet, and Gaynor gets it to go. She has 7 points, and we got a timeout call with 1:44 to go in the third, 41-25, Donettes over Poplar Bluff. We'll return in 1 minute.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
.144 to go third quarter. Poplar Bluff now with some full court pressure as Monahan checked back into the game for the Donettes. And it's a 16-point lead for the Donettes. Monahan gets around Rallman, underneath, wide open. Reedus, the shot won't go. Another pretty pass from McKenna Monahan to Kenzie Reedus, and Reedus will go to the free throw line. Reedus will shoot 2. She's got 11 points in the game, and the free throw rims out. That's the one thing that she really needs to work on is her free throw shooting. She's still averaging a double-double, and she gets 1 out of 2 this time as well. That 2 times in a row she's been there and got 1 out of 2. 42-25 Donettes. It's Peyton Lowry. Good to see her come back to the scorer's table and check in. Gainer deep on the right wing, dribbles the center of the floor, goes around the left side to Eads. Eads just holding the ball now. She puts it on the floor. Right side to Rallman. And we're going to have a foul on Monahan as she put a hand on Rallman. That is McKenna Monahan. Excuse me. That is McKenna's first foul. Peyton Lowry comes in for Ava Monahan. Gainer inbounds it to Eads. Kenzie Reedus really doing a good job on, nice move there by Madeline Eads. The spin move, she got the bucket to go, and it's going to count. And she'll get a free throw as well. And that foul is on Grayson Kirby, her second. And Eads trying to complete the 3-point play, and she does. She's up to 10 points now. As we have Hayes checking back in, and a couple of girls we've seen in the JV game. For one girl, Ireland Gowan, number 10. Hayes is 2, and number 25 is Darnisha Danner. 1 minute to play. Lead is 14. Monahan drops it off to Grayson Kirby. Shot no good. He gets her own rebound, put it up, and good. 44-28. Hayes gets it, dribbles to the right wing. Double team, throws it in the paint. Turnaround shot put up, no good. And the ball loose on the floor, and nobody got to it. Finally, Gowan did. She puts it up, and it won't go. And Peyton Lowry gets the rebound for the Donettes. And passes ahead. Reedus running the floor, lays it in. And she beat everyone down the floor. Again, she beat everyone down the floor, folks. I can't get over how well she does that. And we got a timeout. It's a short one. We'll keep it here. So far this quarter, the Donettes have outscored Poplar Bluff 16-8. And they had a 10-point lead. Now they're up by 18. Poplar Bluff had cut it to 14. And the Donettes have scored 4 points in a row in the last minute or so. We're under a minute to go in this third quarter. Donettes looking for win number 11 on the season. 21.2 seconds left. And I didn't say enough about the pass from Peyton Lowry. It was right on the money from three-quarter court. She hit Reedus in stride, just laid it in. She didn't even have to put it on the floor, I don't think. I don't think she even had to dribble it. The Donettes with a 2-2-1. Rallman in the back court. Bounces it to Eads in the middle. Still in the back court. Throws it up the floor. Oh, Reedus has been looking. She had a steal. Bounce down low to Larkins, and she lays it in. Donettes are going to have to hurry, get a shot off. And Monahan throws it up. She had a little bit more time. But that will be the end of the third quarter, and the Donettes have a 16-point lead, 46-30 over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Donettes basketball on Current River Broadcasting.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Keith Bowman back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan. We're at the end of 3 quarters. The Doniphan Donettes lead the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules 46-30. They outscored them 16-10 in that quarter. And it'll be Donettes ball with Kirby, Monahan, Owen, Reedus, and Klepsik starting 5. Try to get the high-low, and Owen's going to be called for a travel that time. Poplar Bluff has Casey, Eads, Rallman, Gaynor, and Larkins. And the ball stolen right underneath the basket by Monahan. And all she has to do is just put it off the glass and in. 48-30. That's 11 points for McKenna Monahan. Gaynor hands it off to Eads. Doesn't take the screen from Casey. Kicks it out to Gaynor. 3-pointer up and no good. Monahan with a rebound. Quickly out of there for the Donettes. She got Reedus on the other side. Hits her in stride. Lays it in. Can't do it any better, folks. And Kenzie Reedus running the floor again. And the Donettes are making it hard on him to get it inbounds. And almost got a 5 and almost got a steal. And Larkins is going to take it down, bounce it in the corner. Eads, she's going to fire up a 3, and it's good. Eads, the leading scorer from Poplar Bluff with 13. Monahan quickly into the front court, hands it off to Kirby. Now to Owen, right side to Klepsik, steps into a 3-pointer. That one's short. And the ball's loose, and Eads comes out with it. She's going to take it down. She's going to take it all the way, I think. She sidesteps Kirby and missed the layup. Owen with the rebound. Quickly, the Donettes back the other way. And again, Reedus is going to beat him down there if they don't watch out. And Kirby's going to take it down, and we're going to have a blocking foul called. And that's going to be on Casey, and that will be 4 on Casey. Ava Monahan, Peyton Lowry coming in after this first shot. And Little will come in for Poplar Bluff. And it's Grayson Kirby at the line to shoot 2. Grayson's got 4 in the game. First one's good. Klepsik and McKenna Monahan will get a rest. And Gaynor went out instead of Casey. Casey's standing there with 4 fouls, and Little came back in. She's also got 4 fouls. Kirby's second is good. And she's going to get a rest. And Honeycutt. Oh my goodness, Sarah Owen was the only one stayed in. Watson, Honeycutt, Ava Monahan, and Lowry check in with Sarah Owen. 52-33. Donettes lead by 19 points over the Poplar Bluff Mules, Lady Mules. And a nice drive there. And that's going to be Michaela Little. And Donettes maybe a little bit of confusion there with all the players they brought in because it looked like they didn't know who was guarding her. Honeycutt bounces right side and it's picked off. And it's Little again. Passes it ahead. Eads going to put it up, man. It's short. Ava Monahan with a rebound. And she quickly comes into the front court and she's going to take it all the way, and that's going to be a block. And whoever that is on the floor there started falling, and that was Clara Rallman. She started falling before Monahan ever got to her. So Ava Monahan will be at the free throw line. And it's no good. Next one is off also. .5:45 left in the ball game. Little gives it left wing to Rallman. Rallman in the lane to Eads. Turnaround jumper's good. Eads is starting to get on fire a little bit. She's got 15 now. And it's a 15-point lead for the Donettes. Monahan drops it off to Watson. Nice catch. Turns, shoots, and no good. And the ball is tipped and saved by Larkins. It gives it to Eads. Eads just takes it down, and she just runs right by all the Donettes and scores with the left hand. The Donettes, that was not a good job on defense by the pretty much second unit out there. And the starters are coming back in the ball game as Coach Epps not too happy about the last minute or so. As Poplar Bluff has cut it to 13. And we will take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back after this message. Well, Poplar Bluff has trimmed a 19-point lead to 13. And Coach Epps called a timeout to get his starters back in, as the defense was lacking there with the basically the second five out there. Sarah Owen was out there as well, but the other four starters were on the bench, and Poplar Bluff made a little run there. And they've got back within striking distance here with 5:04 to go, so Donette's going to have to crank it back up on offense, as Madeline Eads has kind of gone off here in the last little bit. Poplar Bluff is playing with a little bit of foul trouble. They've got Adrian Casey and also Little out there with 4 fouls. Klepsik has got a wide open three in the corner. It's no good. And Sarah Owen had the rebound, and it's tipped over to McKenna Monahan, and she lays it in. 13 for McKenna. Donettes needed that to break that little run Poplar Bluff was on. Back up to 15. 54-39. 4:35 to go in the game. Rallman dribbles into the paint. They kick it out to Gaynor on the left wing. Now back to Eads. Right side to Rallman. She dribbles back to the center of the floor. Donettes are making them use up an awful lot of time. Down by 15. Eads fakes the three. Good defense by Kirby. Back out front to Gaynor. Now right side to Rallman. Rallman dribbles into the paint. She's going to turn, put it up, and it won't go. And she gets her own rebound. Nice save into Casey. And a nice pass in the lane to Eads. Donettes kind of got caught standing still again. And it's 54-41. Donettes set it up against the 2-3 zone. Passes over to Owen. Drops it back to Owen. She's looking down low. Kenzie Reedus not open. Now they lob it down to Reedus, and the pass is too high, and it goes out of bounds. If she'd have brought that to the left wing to Klepsik, I think they could have got it into Reedus. Larkins comes in to replace Casey. And Poplar Bluff with a chance to cut into the lead some more. 54-41. And Rallman just let the ball go right through her hands out of bounds. She didn't look it into her hands, so that's an unforced turnover on Poplar Bluff. And the Donettes get it back with 3:29 to go. 54-41, 13-point lead. Monahan gets a screen into the paint, drops it off to Reedus, and Reedus lays it in. I ain't too sure they couldn't run that play every time down the floor. Regis comes out to help. And then she gets back. They do get it into Larkins. Turnaround jumper up, no good. Regis with the rebound. Gives it to Klepsig. Klepsig heads down the middle of the floor. Gives it out to Monahan. Monahan backs it out. Out to Brooke Klepsig, three-pointer. Bingo! Klepsig gets her third three. Now she's in double figures with 11. That lead quickly back up to 18 points, 59-41. 2:35 left in the game. Eads with a nice move. Baseline shot by Little is up and good. Eads has really played a good ball game for Poplar Bluff. She is a 5'6" senior. That cuts the lead to 16 at 59-43. And while I got a second here, we'll remind everybody of what's coming up the rest of the week. Tomorrow night, we'll be right back here on Current River Broadcasting with the Dons playing the Liberty Eagles. On Thursday, the girls travel to Mountain View to play the Liberty Lady Eagles. And then on Friday, it'll be a packed house here Friday night. The Dons are going to be playing the Twin Rivers Royals as Twin Rivers travels well. And that will be a big game as far as the Ozark Foothills Conference goes. And then next Monday night, the girls on the road again as they play East Carter. And that will be a matchup of who they played in the championship game at the Twin Rivers Lady Royals Classic, Christmas Classic, and won by 2 points. So that one ought to be a good one to watch. If you can't get up there to watch that East Carter game, they do have a live stream. They don't have any announcers, and the camera's kind of high above the gym, but you can watch the game. It does have the score on there. I think it's called East Carter Athletics live stream on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Mountain View Liberty has a live stream as well. So back to play here with 2:20 to go in the game. Monahan drives, and her ball pass went off Aretas' head. And Eads back the other way with it. They better stay on her. She's going to dribble down into the paint, and she lays it in again. And she is the game's leading scorer now with 21 points, and the Donettes are not doing a very good job of guarding her. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Kirby going to drive the lane. She puts it up, no good. Reedus with the offensive rebound. She scores again. That's 20 for Kenzie Reedus. 61-45. 1:45 to go in the game. Pass over on the right side. Rallman for three. It's no good. Ball comes way out in the corner. She's going to get her own rebound. Taking it to the paint. Kicks it out to Little for three. It's up, no good. And Rallman gets another rebound and lays it in. And another timeout by Coach Patillo. And Monahan forgot to block Rallman out there. And that's Rallman's first 2 points in the game. And it's back to a 14-point lead. And we're going to take a 30-second break. And this will probably be our last one of the night, so stay with us.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Donettes have had as much as a 19-point lead over the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. Right now, with 1:27 to go, it stands at 14. As Madeline Eads has kind of gone off here in the second half. She's got 14 points in the second half for Poplar Bluff, and she single-handedly kind of kept them within striking distance. And now the Donettes throw it away. They had to throw it into Kenzie Reedus. Everybody else kind of took off down the floor. I don't know what in the world's going on there, but that's going to give Poplar Bluff a chance to cut into the lead some more. Little will inbound it. Gets it into Rallman. Poplar Bluff's got to go in a hurry here. Rallman's going to dribble to the baseline. Hands it out to Eads. She's going to fire up a three. That one's off. And the ball's knocked out of bounds And it's going to be off of Larkins, number 12. And Monahan's going to check back in the game. They need her in there for the ball handling. She's going to take the ball out of bounds. Let's see, Donettes actually setting screens here. They get into the Klepsik. Klepsik back to Monahan. They can't double team her. Even though she did almost lose it there. Gets it to Owen. 55 seconds to go. Monahan dribbles to the right side, and she's fouled. That foul's going to be on Rallman, her third. And Monahan will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. That's team foul number 8. Kenna Monahan's got 13 on the night. Donettes have 3 in double figures. Reedus has got 20, Klepsik's got 11, and Monahan's got 13, looking for 14, and she missed it. And they had a lane violation on the Donettes. The Donettes were, let's see, 6 of their first 9 this half, and they've missed 3 in a row, and that was the front end of a 1-and-1. Little dribbles to the right baseline. Throws it in the lane, and we got a tie ball. And it'll go to Poplar Bluff. Good job by Sarah Owen to tie up Larkins. 43.4 seconds left. 61-47 Donettes. Pass way out front. Back in the corner. Rallman fakes the 3. Dribbles into the paint. Spins, shoots, and no good. Ball tipped to Larkins. Larkins is going to put it on the floor, and she puts it up. It's short. Another offensive rebound by Eade. She turns and shoots and misses it. And Larkins gets another offensive rebound and scores. And Coach Epp, the Donettes are going to win this game, but he is not going to be happy with his fourth quarter. And it looks like Poplar Bluff might not foul here. The Donettes get it down low to Rita. She missed it. Pass ahead. Larkins goes up, shoots, and missed it. And that's going to be our final. It's 61-49. The Donettes win it over Poplar Bluff, but like I said, I don't think Coach Epp's going to be happy about that fourth quarter when they go back and look at it, because they got outscored 19-15, the only quarter that they got outscored in the game. Scoring for Poplar Bluff, 21 for Madeline Eads, 6 for Casey, 9 for Larkins, 2 for Rallman, 7 for Gaynor, and 4 for Little. And they were 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the game. And the Donettes were 10 of 17 from the free throw line. For the Donettes, 6 points for Grayson Kirby, 13 for McKenna Monahan, 7 for Sarah Owen, 20 for Kenzie Reedus. She had another, I'm sure she had another double-double tonight. 11 for Brooke Klepsik, and 4 points for Delila Watson. And the Donettes win both games here tonight. And they win the junior varsity 49-12, 61-49 in the varsity game. So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Make sure you join us tomorrow night about 5 minutes till 6 as the the Dons will be playing the Mountain View Liberty Eagles right here on Current River Broadcasting. So for Matt Morin and all his camera crew, this is Keith Bowman. Good night, everybody.